Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So today I'm absolutely thrilled, word choice intended, to present you all with my Escaping Peril graphic novel review. I managed to get the book early due to finding it on a store shelf before its release, and oh my gosh you guys, am I impressed. I seriously sat down and read everything so quickly. I was just in love. I quite literally only have positive things to say here, so I'm amped to begin this review. The Escaping Peril graphic novel is the best one yet by far. Majority of this video will be spoiler free, and I'll make it very clear when I dive into a tiny bit of spoiler heavy content toward the end. But before I begin, a huge shout out to my patrons. 𝙈𝙊𝙍𝙁𝙊, Slightest Wild, Thistle, Noobto, Pyronuke, Avril, Pancake, and Askarada. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Links to their social medias are in the description down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. From the moment we got the cover reveal, I just knew this was going to be a good one. But I never could have predicted actually how great this graphic novel would be. I thought the Winter Turning version was the best and couldn't be beat, but this is even more perfect. Not only did Mike Holmes' dragon art improve significantly already, but there's so much added life on these pages. We have more whole page illustrations than ever, and they just blew me away every time. Some of the most iconic scenes in Escaping Peril are drawn with the respect they deserve through being showcased in a massive piece that just takes up one or even two whole pages. And this happens a lot, not just for a few moments. We also have a lot more dialogue, which is something a Wings of Fire graphic novel needs to properly translate the story. This one did the best job of actually capturing the whole tale and emotions of the books, and knocked it out of the water in that regard. And well, in every other way too. Every single dragon just looks better. There's so much style brought to the tribes now, and I really love how smooth it all looks. There's definitely practice and experience showing, which is a nice upgrade. Also, the expressions were absolutely nailed. Like, I can't get over how perfectly it's all done. More emotion than ever was brought into these pages, whether it's a humorous look or a negative expression. I loved it. There are infinitely more backgrounds in this book, and they're all so unique. Towns like Possibility are drawn so incredibly well, and we get a lot more looks at various Pyrean landscapes. We actually get to see dragons do a bit of traveling, and don't even get me started on how pretty the skies looked. There's something really special this graphic novel does a lot that honestly immersed me in its pages so much more. There's so many instances where the white backdrop behind the panels is removed, and they're actually instead fitted inside of a gorgeous background. You get a lot of scenes and panels occurring in front of like a pretty sunset Peril is flying through, or a large town, things like that. I'll show you guys exactly what I mean toward the end, when I flip through a few pages in the spoiler segment of my review. But it's perfect. I need more of this. And to anybody wondering if that final fight is good, all I can say is yes. It's very brutal, honestly. I loved it. They don't really hold back on the violence much. It's worth getting to. And if you're curious about the final scene before the epilogue, you will love the way it turned out. 2 whole pages of that incredible and jaw-dropping moment in all its glory. Literally everything is better in this graphic novel. The storytelling was executed so well, and the art actually had me in awe, more than with the previous editions. I don't think there's any complaints I have whatsoever. Like seriously, the graphic novel impressed me that much. If you're thinking about whether or not to buy this book, I would highly recommend you to pick up a copy. It truly is such a treat, and I think will satisfy any fan. And if you're a parent wondering whether to buy this for their kid for Christmas, do it. I promise that they're going to love it. And now, it's time to get into some spoiler territory. I'll be keeping this section brief, but there's still more I wanted to talk about when it comes to specific things I enjoyed. This is your warning now. I'm about to discuss story spoilers and show off some of the art. Still here? Awesome! Let's get into some other stuff. Dude, my jaw was literally on the ground when I saw the Darkstalker mountain scene. He really is huge, and the fact that we saw 2 whole pages of this was stunning. And also, I have something pretty funny to talk about.
So, the Ruby and Scarlet fight was much more violent than I thought it would be. There's quite a bit of blood. But there was one particular part that was censored that honestly made me just laugh out loud. Like, I was almost crying. I'm fine with the way it was censored. I don't really care that much. I just think it's actually really funny. So, we see Ruby/Tourmaline snap Scarlet's neck. And then this guy is right in front of her head. The way he's just perfectly positioned, I was laughing so hard. Like, just get out of the way, buddy. He's just blocking it exactly. It was so on purpose that I actually couldn't help but get quite a large chuckle. I don't mind it, but it was really funny. But yeah, here's all the, like, full page drawings or, like, half page drawings. They look so nice. There's way more in this book than there are any of the others, at least from what I can recall. Like, there's just a lot of big pieces, and they look so nice on the page. And as I mentioned earlier, the way the backgrounds are part of the art, it's so awesome, and it happens a bunch. It is such eye candy when they do that. Like, here's another instance. It just looks so pretty. And it really makes these pages exciting to read. Possibility got a really cool 2-page illustration, and I love this look at the town. And here's some more. There's so many instances of this. I love it. Oh, and these 4 pages have my favorite of the awesome backdrop with the scene. It's so immersive. Again, lots of big art. For some of the most impactful scenes as well. More of the Ruby and Scarlet fight. Yeah, like you'll see me mention a million times early on in the review, this graphic novel is just great. It's 100% the best of the ones so far. And the art has gotten so good, I'm just genuinely in love with it. Like, imagine what things will look like by the time of book 15, or maybe even beyond. It's absolutely nuts. I am just in love with every single part of this, and I was addicted to reading it.
But wow, what an absolutely perfect graphic novel. I felt so immersed in this one, and I can't recommend it more. But what do you guys think? Will you be buying this book if you haven't yet? Which art piece was your favorite? Let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.